My name is Peter Dubrinsky, and I'm one of the 4 monument conservators here at Woodland Cemetery for the summer. What we have here is the first section of graves that we haven't actually touched yet. But this is the state the old tombstones would have been in before we arrived. As you can see, it's almost completely eroded. Everything is basically illegible. So for a long time, people knew there were gravestones here, but I think the significance is nobody realized just exactly what we were looking at. Nobody had any clue of the findings we have here. So what we did was we began to carefully and painstakingly remove the dirt around them. And this is the section where we've marked we've cataloged each one with a flag, just to sort of paint a snapshot of the picture at the time that these graves would have been placed. Orange symbolizes an adult that died, and the white flags here symbolize children. So we haven't removed a lot of these from the ground. If you notice, that one sticks out a bit. It's 6 inches thick. It's ridiculously massive, and we're curious as to how they got it here in the first place. But our first goal was to remove the dirt around them, prevent any damage from the actual graves here. Because as you can see, a lot of them are sandstone, and true to its name, if you scratch sandstone, it turns into sand pretty quickly. So preservation is our #1 priority while we're here. If we keep moving along here, these are some of the gravestones we've begun to actually remove from the ground. This is the first one we found right here. And from here it was, hey, let's have a look at what we've got here. Let's see if we can start the restoration process here. It'll be a nice bit of practice for students who are relatively new to this sort of archaeology. But what happened was we tried to get to the edge of this one, we found that one, and then we found the next one. And it just goes on and on and on.
So how many have you uncovered at this point?
And at this moment we've uncovered about 40 to 50. 60 is it? 60. And according to the records, there should be another 100 or so somewhere here. Of course, there should be another 60 down there. We believe it ends where the cubic stone is over there. But as for the rest of them, we're going to have to track them down at one point. Here are some of the ones we've actually removed from the ground already. We've put them up on wooden planks to stop them from being in contact with the ground. Just again, for the preservation process. If you look down here, there's a bit of a difference between these ones and the last 6 over here. And that's because in these we've actually started the restoration process on them. We use biological agents that clear away any mold, any fungus, any bacteria that's developed on them, while leaving the stone completely intact. And this is actually only the result of 2-3 days of work. So we can already see a clear difference in them. They're legible, and they just look beautiful. Some of them. If you take a look at the artisanship on like this here is a thistle, and then there's a hand of God right there, and then there's a weeping willow, which symbolizes sorrow in the Victorian era. There was an attention paid to these gravestones in the 1850s and 1860s, when most of these are from, that has sort of been lost in today.
So how long will the process take you?
The process it's difficult to say, because it's difficult to ascertain exactly what else we have down here. To clean the rest of these, we could probably have them within a week if we had the proper machinery in here. But as for researching, as for getting a real picture of what these people's lives were like, that's something I can't give an estimate on. We're summer students here, and we'll see what we have by the end of the 4 months here.